Well, a recent study shows more people are overdosing on anti-anxiety medications known as benzos.
That's right, and medical staff at Turning Point in South Haven, Mississippi say patients are mixing the meds with opioids and alcohol, which can be fatal. Local 24 News reporter Tish Clark live in the studio with this local health alert. Tish.
Hi, Katina. Richard. Yeah, doctors at Turning Point say the use of anxiety medication, anti-anxiety medication, also known as benzos, has more than doubled in the past few years. They say they know why.
There's no word for it. It's truly sad how it impacts so many families.
Tracy Scott, a nurse practitioner at Turning Point in South Haven, Mississippi, says there needs to be stricter guidelines when prescribing anxiety pills.
They should be short-term and short-lived only.
A recent article published in the Journal of the American Medical Association highlights an alarming trend of prescriptions given for anxiety medications like Xanax and Valium from 2003 to 2015. The use of benzos, as they're called, increased from 3.8% to 7.4% during those years. The study also says half of those prescriptions were given by primary care doctors.
We need to make sure that we have better prescribing patterns and guidelines for primary care doctors in these types of settings who may not be fully aware of the deadly nature of the combination.
Turning Point's CEO says anxiety pills are not being monitored properly. Instead, they're being mixed with alcohol and opioids, which can be deadly.
From the CDC data that we get on overdose deaths in the United States, we learned that almost half of drug overdose deaths benzodiazepines were involved.
The patients are taking the benzos in addition to alcohol, and you add that in with the heroin or the opiates, and that's just a recipe for disaster.
All right, yeah, it sounds like it. Okay, so doctors at Turning Point say benzos are designed to treat anti-anxiety, anxiety disorders. They're short-term drugs that should be used no longer than 10 weeks. Keep that in mind. Live in the studio tonight, Tish Clark, Local 24 News.